Yeah.
Homes live here with Bayut. Find real and authentic properties using TruCheck. Download the app or visit Bayut.com.
Right, let's talk all things real estate. We had Property Monitor on a little earlier on, but recently we saw the Bayut celebration. The Bayut Awards 2024 were handed out for both Dubai and Abu Dhabi, honouring real estate professionals across both of the Emirates. And one of the big winners of the night was the Agency of the Year 2024 Enterprise, the People's Choice Award, no less, which went to White & Co. Real Estate. A nice one to get as well, because obviously this one is voted for by the public. People's choice through and through. Calum White is the CEO of White & Co. Calum joins us live in studio. Calum, congratulations on the award.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
Nice one to get, eh?
Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, it's testament to all the people that work for us, and definitely nice to see it appreciated by the clients and the consumers.
What sets White & Co. apart? I mean, there is no shortage of competition out there.
There is no shortage of competition, but I feel like the standards, which I'll happily say in Dubai for any service industry, have always been low. And I feel like now there's a good few agencies in the market that are definitely raising those standards. And I think it just comes down to, consistent training, development, doing things the right way, and really caring about the client over the commissions, which, real estate brokers are so often thought of about in that way. All we want is a commission. And it's really not. Once that becomes a byproduct and you can focus on helping your client get the right thing, it really elevates your job and your position in the market.
When did you set White & Co. up?
We just celebrated our 4th year birthday on January the 16th. So we're just over 4 years old right now.
Big decision to go it alone?
I opened the business just mid-COVID. So funnily enough, it was a lot of people say to me, like, nowadays it's harder to get a business license. They might as well have paid me back then to open it. But no, it was the best decision ever. Big risks, but big rewards.
Okay, let's talk market if we can. Interesting that you're in on the day that we have Property Monitor in as well. And whilst, we get very used to talking about property prices going only one way, suggestions from Property Monitor that we've seen a little bit of a dip. Property prices in Dubai falling last month, according to their latest report. Not falling by much, that's for sure, but certainly a little bit of a redress, if you like. Are you seeing any evidence of that?
Well, you can't argue with the stats, so obviously that did happen, but what we have seen is all the people from, mid-November to December that were saying, listen, we'll look after Christmas at buying property, because that's how it goes. They want to spend time with their family, they want to have that festive period. They've now came into the market, and we had our busiest January, and I know across the market, we'll see the stats come out, because obviously once the properties transfer, that's when the data is available. But we will see sort of March and end of February saying that there's been a huge increase in volume, and we'll 100% see that. So it doesn't look like it's slowing down any time soon, especially with either volume or price, but it's good to see.
What are people looking for at the moment?
More space. With the flexibility that people want now in jobs, with remote working, with nomad working, with all that sort of thing, with investor visas here or with the freelance visas, we're not wanting to be trapped in an office. So therefore, a lot of people are working from home now. They want more time with their kids. They want less commute time. So we're finding that villas and large apartments, everyone's caring a lot more about square footage these days, which is it's really nice to see.
And in terms of the type of the deals that you're seeing at the moment, I mean, again, supply and demand is going to come into this one at the moment, but is there a tendency for people to rent whilst they're waiting for properties to come onto the market? Where's the off-plan market? Where's the ready-to-buy market at the moment?
Absolutely. So last year, the off-plan market was 60% of Dubai's market, and the reason that we're seeing that continuing to grow is with such flexible payment plans from the developer. You've got to think, as a buyer, you don't need to bring the bank in when you're paying directly to the developer, which really alleviates a lot of stress when it comes down to, banks will look very in-depthly at if you can afford something, whereas developers, it's on you and them. It's an agreement between those two, which is very interesting. And then, unfortunately, people are going to have to continue to rent in these rising in this rising market until they can afford, but they need to get on at some point because the market isn't slowing down anytime soon.
Is there one segment that's growing more than others at the moment, though, or not?
Everywhere is increasing, but there are obviously certain areas, certain developments where you will see extremely large growth. You'll see in Talal Al Gaf, that's 100% growth in the past, 2 years. Dubai Hills is still continuing to go absolutely crazy, and those are two of the villa communities. Palm Jumeirah, still, it's even after years and years of that entire island doing unbelievable things, it's still continuing to be looked at, even when there's newer things cropping up other places. It's definitely, it's a tough time for renters, and it's a tough time for buyers if you don't do it now.
In terms of expats and the investors coming into the market, are they sort of shaping the demand at present or not?
They are shaping the demand. I believe that right now, with everything Dubai is offering, and considering, we've all seen the news, the amount of millionaires moving here, the amount of wealth that's coming into the country, they are shaping it. They're seeing what's out there, and there's a lot of people right now even buying a property with a tenant in situation, and then they're happy to rent something just because they know what they want and they're going for it.
Where in terms of being on top of the clients, in terms of being on top of what people want, how big a role is data playing with the sort of decision making at the moment?
Well, funnily enough, we were just recently voted Dubai's #1 data-driven brokerage by,
Really?
like you just said, their Property Monitor. And a big thing for us is it's not about how we feel, it's finding out what the client's motivated for. We use the data, not our feelings, because at the end of the day, it's no good for us as brokers on just how we feel. We have to look at what's transacting. We have to look at the data, because our opinions are no good without the data. We'd just be, throwing it into the wind. So it's very important for us, because you can't advise people properly without that correct data.
You've got the data at hand. You're making those data-driven insights as well. So what? And again, I suppose it's the million-dollar question, isn't it? And how many times do you get asked, well, what's going to happen to the market in 2025, etc.? So what is going to happen to the market in 2025?
We're going to continue to see it rise.
Really?
And I believe it's going to continue rising. We cannot keep up with, like you said earlier on, supply versus demand. The amount of people that are coming to this country, that are seeing what Dubai has done for it, the city, and it's going to continue to grow. And right now we cannot keep up with the demand. And a lot of the ready properties, actually, the majority of them are handing over late 26, 27 and 28. So for the next, 2 years almost, 25 and 26, we've still got a lot of people coming here with not a lot of space for them to go into. And you need to remember, there might be 135,000 properties meant to hand over. Only 35,000 of them are villas.
Yeah.
So, if you've got a family, husband, wife, 2 kids and a dog, majority of them don't want to go into an apartment. They want to find that home. And for some reason, it's just the way it's looked at. Apartments aren't home,
With things evolving so quickly, though, Calum, how will you, as a brokerage, stay ahead of the curve as well? What's your sort of strategy?
We need to not be scared of new things that are entering the market, such as AI. We need to, when portals, example, like Bayut, have things like TruChecks and TruBroker, a lot of businesses might say, oh, this is extra work, but they need to think about it from the client's perspective. Dubai real estate has a bad reputation, or has had it. When you go into Bayut and you click a button that says True Listings or True Checks first, it brings up every single listing there, and you know that every listing there, a broker's went out, taken a photo to make sure that that's real, and it's confirmed by Bayut. So it actually gets sent to them, they then confirm it's real, then it goes live. And to be able to just search by just that function, getting on board with that has definitely been a benefit. And then on top of that, if we're using AI and getting data from there, and then also our brokers have the same sentiment, it's not just us deciding. Like I said to you, it's not just our opinions, it's data given from 2 different sources that are amounting to the same opinion.
Calum, we're out of time on this occasion, but really appreciate your time this morning. Congratulations again, Bayut Agency of the Year Award for Dubai Enterprise People's Choice. Calum White is the CEO of White & Co. Thanks for joining us.
Dubai